So Morgan and I have been traveling for the last week. We spent 6 days in the car,
And then a day of gardening.
and then yesterday we gardened. And so this spring is waking up, and we want to make sure that we've got our groundedness. If we're not grounded, it's harder to navigate these kind of activities. And for women in particular, their grounded space is the hips most of the time. It's the center of gravity. It's the thing that helps to stabilize both your digestive and your reproductive organs. So, we're going to do a little practice to identify how we're feeling in our pelvis, in our entire hip region, into the core of the body that helps to support and contain and ground the rest of the body. So, let's go into a Z sit. And if you can't really do this, you can always modify by bringing your knees a little closer together. This is okay. The idea here is to root down so that you can feel the muscles of the abdomen holding you up. You feel that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And maybe if you have enough flexibility, both sit bones root down. Mine do not. So it's perfectly okay for you to be lopsided here. And we just want to take a moment to go into the body and feel ourselves settling and being supported by the floor. And then identifying what the body's asking for. You know, for me right now, it's asking for a little bit of movement. So I'm going to begin to sway my torso in different planes just to feel what's showing up in the deeper pelvic region. You can begin to play with that. And if it feels like there's some stickiness in the rib cage or the abdomen, it's okay to reach the arms to the sky in whatever fashion feels good. And my body really needs a little bit of twisting. So I'm identifying what's showing up in the body and then playing around to find those spaces that need to be touched. So once we find a space, which I do right now, if we hold it and let the body breathe more fully, we can deepen that practice. The process of aging is the process of shrinking. So where can you elongate? Morgan's taking a break to say hello to his knee. Perfectly okay. And then my body's asking to round and stretch out that low back area. So it's like a hooded cobra. The shape of my upper body feels really, really stretched right now. And then as I breathe, I feel more. So don't be afraid to experiment, to play, to look for dead spots that need a little bit of attention. The idea here is to find all of them, if you have the time, or at least some of them, if you have less time. All right. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take my hands behind my hips, place them on the floor, fingertips facing away, and then push into the hands, ground through the palms, the pads of the fingertips, the knuckles, and find the spaces, the upper chests, shoulders. And then play with the head position and the position of the jaw. Making sure that those exhales are complete and you feel the tonifying of the low abdominal muscles. so good. Mm. I'm going to fall over this front knee and just take a pause, breathing into the spaces that are being touched, letting the body settle. Noticing any tension in the face, the jaw, neck, shoulders, upper back, and so on. It's okay to hang out here for a long time. In a moment, we're going to move on, but if you want to press pause and hang out longer, be my guest. All right, let's inhale ourselves back up, even though that felt so delicious. All right, and just notice if you feel more settled, more grounded, more peaceful. Is your breath more open? Does your body feel lopsided? And staying strong in the core body, let's move our legs to the other side. So maybe without hands, make our way over to the other side. All right. So because we have two sides, we get to work them both. And because nothing in our life is symmetric, our two sides are going to feel different. So we get to honor this side in a totally different way, maybe. Again, my body's telling me to move around a little bit. And when I breathe deeply, I'm able to get into those spaces that need some extra love. We don't do any of this for the sake of doing it. We do it because we're playing and communicating and honoring our body. Dear body, what would you like for me to do for you? That's a sincere question like that. Your body will tell you. You just have to listen. Find those nuances, those places, that breath. Don't be afraid to make a little noise. You don't want to suppress anything that's coming through. So it was like, oh my God. Let it go there. I love when I teach a group yoga class and folks are just being authentically in the moment and you hear, oh, it's awesome. Where can you expand? Where can you extend? Where can you open? Where can you breathe? What needs more ginger, careful experience, and what can be like cranked on? It feels amazing when you do. Oh my God. So, 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 so good. If you're just getting into a practice like this, go slow, take your time, explore with carefulness rather than trying to follow a particular shape. A little goes a long way, and it's nice to step onto the mat, do a little bit, and see how your body responds. Because we are opening some deep recesses, some places that might not have been touched in years. And surely, those places, when they open, there's going to be some cellular debris, maybe even some emotional qualities that built to the surface that we get to digest. Okay, you ready to dive over this knee? So we're looking for complete surrender here. No effort. Totally relax. If, for example, you have a really big stretch in your butt cheek and it's too much, you can always prop yourself up. That's perfectly fine. But we find some stillness. We stay, we breathe, and we just watch the body unfold layer by layer, breath by breath. Can you surrender even 5% more? We're gonna move in a few moments, and if you're feeling like you want to stay, just hit pause for a while. If you're ready to continue, hit play. Are you ready to come up, Morgan?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Just notice how you feel. Do you feel the container of your core body, your abdominal muscles holding the digestive organs, the spine erect? Okay, let's go into Baddha Konasana. So, no hands, maybe. We're just gonna find a little bit of work here. If it's helpful, close your eyes and let your body experience these places that just are asking for a little attention. All right, let's go to mermaid to the first side. No hands. It'll play a little deeper this time. Ready? Should me not liking it? Okay, you could do this. This'll worse. That's worse. Okay, that's okay. You can have your legs straight.
I got it. That hurts now.
Got it? Okay. Can always take the knee out of the equation, my straight legs. He's hip. Your hip's mad?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's just lean over and bring the arm over and see if that stretches it out. And then play. Lift your heart to the sky. Let it roll back down to the earth. Find the nuance here. Turn your face. Open your heart, chest, shoulder. In full extension of the pec muscle, I like to rotate the arm. It feels awesome. All right. Let's stretch out this hip a little bit. Take your hand behind your head and just open. Really push your pelvis toward the ceiling and reach your arm up and over. And play here. Come out of it a little bit. Go back in. Play with the position of your head. Come on out and pause and notice what that feels like.
Much better.
Feel a rush of prana, right?
Yes.
Cast to it again. Breathe and expand and reach. Reach from your armpit if you can. Open your arm like a wing. Look up at the sky. Find that space in the chest. Breathe. Let's go back down. Good. Other side. Oh, I don't know if you noticed this, but my experience is that I'm finding deeper layers that want to unwind. The superficial ones are already moved through, so we're in a deeper space in the body. Can you feel that?
Yes.
Okay, good. I forget what we did. I guess we get to listen to the body. Oh, yes. So this needs stretch, right?
Right.
So we drop our elbow down and wrap it around. And then play with the orientation of a chest. If you open your jaw, your throat, it might feel good to move the jaw. Stretch the face. Wow. When we do a practice like this, we are diving into not only the physical body, the layers of fascia and connective tissue and muscle and so forth and so on. We're also diving into the emotional body, where we store our stress and tension, where we store our hurt and past experiences. And they contract us. We don't want that to stay in there. So we go. We go in and we experience it from a physical perspective, and it goes on its merry way. Sometimes it elicits an emotional response, but it's truly worth it.
Exactly.
Okay. Ready to go backwards?
Backwards.
We're going to turn
Here we
and open. Oh. And play. No pinching, no discomfort. It's all delicious stretch. If it's more than that, you're doing too much. Feel it, breathe it, open it. Recognize that this side's going to feel different than the other side. And it's okay. Let's come out of this for a moment and see how we feel now. Whew. How do you feel now?
ready for a nap. Feel actually more energized than I was before.
Good. Let's do it again. Huh. Oh boy. Let's come into Sukhasana. Take forward fold. Huge rest. Let's make our way to the other side. So cross your legs the other way. Maybe your knees agree, maybe they don't. Practice stillness and patience. And breath. Okay, let's come back up. Take your ball. Have a ball. You can use a block. Folded up blanket. Just something to elevate your pelvis. And we'll do it in the little so that we can demonstrate. We're just going to send the ball right under the pelvis, right under the sacral bone. And maybe it feels good to keep your knees bent. Maybe it feels good to lengthen them. If it feels pinchy at all, it's definitely not a good posture for you. You don't have to stay in any position. But let's walk our shoulders under so that the shoulder blades are flat. Yes. And stay here and breathe. Or reach your feet to the sky for little legs up the wall. A deeper restorative practice. And it's a good idea to stay long enough to find that grounded stillness in the body. And I recognize that you're on a ball, so it might not be exactly still, and that's okay. And you holding any tension in your body other than the tensile pressure that you need to maintain balance. You're squeezing your brow or clenching your jaw or hugging your shoulders to your ears or, gripping with your fingers or toes. See how much you can let go. And then let's gently and slowly make our way into our final pose. A very important part of the practice. It helps to integrate all of the work, all of the space that we created. Namaste.